Chess lovers, I have a very interesting game for you played by Magnus, Carlsen and Pope Francis. The game was played in 2014 in Vatican. Before the game, Pope Francis blessed Carlsen and told him that they should end up the game in a draw because he didn't want to see a blood on the board. Carlsen nodded and started with e4. Of course, Pope Francis was a bit disappointed that he was playing with the black pieces. As you know, his favorite color is white. But already the game had started and he decided not to stop the game and responded with e5. Knight f3 by Carlsen, knight c6, and as the game was played in Italy, Carlsen went for the Italian game bishop c4. Bishop c5 by Francis, and instead of choosing quiet lines like gioco pianissimo, Carlsen decided to play aggressively and played b4. Evans Gambit. At this point, Pope Francis thought that Carlsen blundered the pawn and decided not to upset the youngster and played bishop b6. a4 by Carlsen, a6, a5, bishop a7, b5. Carlsen is playing very aggressively, pushing forward his pawns on the queen side. a takes b5, bishop takes b5, knight f6. Now Pope Francis wants to castle kingside, but Carlsen plays bishop a3, not allowing any castling. But now Pope Francis saw that Carlsen is blundering another pawn, and this time he showed no mercy and captured on e4. Queen e2, and seeing that another pawn is hanging, he decided to capture on f2 as well. At this point he had already decided that there should be no draw, he should beat the world champion. Knight takes e5, threatening knight takes c6. For example, now if knight takes h1, then knight takes c6, discard check, and black king is getting checkmated. That's why after knight takes e5, black played knight d4, attacking the queen, also threatening knight takes c2 check. But Carlsen played knight takes d7, discovered check. As you know, the church loves donations, and Pope Francis captured on e2, asking himself, is this the world champion? I'm just crushing this guy. But in this position, Carlsen placed the knight on f6 square and said checkmate. Pope Francis was shocked and he immediately left the room in a very bad mood. But let's have a look at this amazing checkmate on the board. It's hard to believe, but yes, this is a checkmate. Thanks for watching, and if you have any questions, don't hesitate to leave your comments. I forgot to tell you something. Happy April Fool's Day, guys! This game was actually played by Herman Helms and Oscar Tanner in 1942 in New York. I hope that you enjoyed this crazy game. Good luck!